Hi, it's Len here at Geek Pride, and I've caught these two guys out of the crowd to talk about esports. What do you guys honestly think? Esports, is it any good in the UK at the moment? And please be honest.
You get like 1 or 2 little events per year. Like I know League of Legends came down last year in London, which was pretty cool. But apart from that, there's not really much in the UK. Like you got Korea and North America, and that's where really we had the big scenes. So.
Just played some league, but I've dragged them over here to answer the question of the state of esports in the UK. What do you honestly think?
There's not enough esports in the UK. I'd like a lot more tournaments and stuff. It'd be a lot more friendly.
So, guys, what is your honest opinion of esports in the UK?
There's pretty non-existent at the moment. There's not a single LCS team that's from the UK, and very few professional players that are also from the UK themselves. So it's pretty limited. I think the most we have in the UK that I'm aware of is university teams, and that doesn't stem very far, like professionally.
When you say tournaments, you're talking like big events, like we have been.
Yeah, like Comic Con right now, but just basically esports kind of.
So more organised, more focused on that competition as opposed to.
As well, more reward.
Yeah, because I've noticed here it seems more like a turn up and play.
Yeah, it is. It's just a mess about skirmishes.
So there's no actual e-sport really involved here today?
Really, no.
Is that disappointment to yourself?
Yeah, it is. Because I would like a lot more competitiveness in this area. But it's still fun though, it's still fun.
Yeah, well, luckily with gaming, it is fun, and every single game we all play, it's amazing. Yeah. But what we are noticing a trend of is you can go to Europe and you get pro games, Korea's massive, yeah, the States is big. Do you think we really need it?
We're really lacking in that, and we really do need it.
So we've got university teams, so what we're looking for really is more homegrown talent, I guess.
Yeah, pretty much. Like if we need a team like for our country, otherwise we're just not going to place anywhere. It's just pointless.
Is there any specific game, or do you think we just need it across all the broad spectrum of games like Counter-Strike, LoL, Dota?
All the games. There's no need for just one game. Get them all. Everyone has their own teams. Like the US have tons of teams of their own, and like Korea's got all their teams. We should have ours.
So it's quite big in Europe as well. Like a lot of teams do come from the Scandinavian countries. So why do you think there's no teams come from the UK?
Because in UK like esports is not very well known yet, but on other countries like there's more teams, and it was built up like from the country because they win like World Championship last year and 2 years ago.
Is the onus on us as gamers to try and spread the word of the community? Do you think it's on the businessmen to try and get money into it, or do you think it's a mixture of both?
There's not so much support, I don't think, for promoting gaming as an actual kind of career path. It's very much you do it as like university whilst you're doing your course, and it's just kind of a hobby thing that you kind of dabble in, and then you go off and do your actual career. Like there's not really many places that are really pushing to be like, oh, like we want to try and get big, we want to try and hit worlds, we want to try and really push the country in a direction where like, oh, I could actually become a professional player. There's not really much support for people that might want to do that. So I think it's quite difficult to get into in this country.
So do you think there's anything that we could do in the UK to maybe make it better, make it more widely known?
I think public opinion of esports is a bit on the low side. Like a lot of people don't understand the concept of it, like, oh, it's just video games. But if we can get make people understand more about why esports is such a good thing, then I think that would help a lot.
Do you think more money injected, or do you think we should really go out there and actually try and...
Oh no, us ourselves need to present it and like show how good it is, and we need to build up that community.
Well, do you think we could do more as gamers, or do you think people need to come in and step in, put more money into it?
I think the live streaming service for gamers is good on Twitch TV. That's where a lot of the popularity of it comes from. I think businesses could pour some money into getting some cool events set up as well for esports.
Yeah. So basically it's 50-50, isn't it? We need the businesses, but we need to create that community as well. Yeah. Would you guys like to see the UK expand in that capacity, like have more places where you can go to these comps and sit around and watch like they do in Germany, Korea, America?
Yeah, 100%, because it's local. It's like you're supporting your own team in your own country. It's just like a game of football, like you go into an away game or something like that. It's cool, don't get me wrong, but like supporting your own team in your own country, it just beats everything really. It's pretty cool.
And it's not just like at one venue in England. It'd be better if there was a few, because not everyone, say from Scotland, will be able to come to London every now and then for like a game or two. It's better if there's like a couple, and then it's just, it's closer.
Do you think there's enough locations in the UK you can go to and have land?
Yeah, there's like for example, like this year, World Championships in London, like they will increase like esports team in UK as well. So they will.
Would you guys like to see more up north, or would you like to see more up north in Manchester and around the Great Manchester area? Would you like to see more esports across the UK that you can go to and sit and watch and hang around with your friends?
I like to see esports in Grimsby. Yeah.
Grimsby! That's going to be definitely the home of esports. So, do you guys think there's any differentiation between someone who supports a football team? So, I'm a big United fan, but I also support Ninjas in Pyjamas. Do you guys know who they are? So, do you think there's any difference in between the two?
I think there's not in supporting it. I think in football and in professional gaming there's a difference, but that's kind of more on the developer side of professional game playing, that they've made it a lot like sports when it doesn't need to be. But there is a lot similar between supporting a football team and supporting an LCS team, for instance. Yeah.
So essentially, if you can geek out about, say, United, you geek out about a Counter-Strike Source team equally as much.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, like, each your own. Like, if you're like a big football guy, then it's one thing. Like, if you're a big LCS guy, like a league player, then it's no different. It's just the same. So,
well, would you want to see someone get paid the same playing league as a footballer does?
Yeah.
Would you want to be that guy?
Yeah.
So, I think that is it. I think that's what we need. We need sponsors. We need people to actually host these things. We need people to come in and like run these LANs on a monthly, yearly basis and get this moving. So
I don't think from like the developer standpoint, from these big companies like Riot, like Blizzard, for instance, like they don't come to the UK very often. They have events in London, but you have to go to London to go see it, and there's not really. I don't think they really appreciate the kind of amount of community there is across the UK to invest a big amount of money in it. Like, it's big in Europe, it's big in the States, but the UK gets very little like big competitions, very little like money and time invested in it, but the communities to really like group up and take it seriously. So it's very much in this country still just a hobby and not kind of, I don't know, a lifestyle thing that you'd really invest in.